Okay, so you would have just saw the trade. So let's take a look at what I would have done and what I was looking at. So first of all, let's have a look at all of these different lines I've got on here and what they all mean. So I'm first of all going to drop down to this 5-minute chart, and I am going to show you what the first two main things are. In fact, before I do that, let me just remove all of the drawings. Okay, so here we have, it is more clean, let's say. And the first thing that I do in order to kind of get my compass or understand where price is going is by looking at the highest and lowest fair value gap from the day before. So here we have the first one at the top, which is quite small as well. It's very small, to be honest. So I'm just going to put that on there, and I'm just going to extend it to the next one because it's a bit bigger anyway, but it's the very top of it that I'm most concerned with. And then I'm also going to do the same for the lowest. Now the lowest one, from what I can see here, is, where is it? Let's have a look. Again, I would say it is this one here, but we've also got that gap there, but I am going to go for this one, and I'm just going to put that in there only because it's a little bit larger as well. So that's the first port of call, to understand our map, our range, let's say. So this is our range that we're looking at, and I am looking to see how price trades within this range or outside it. Now to determine that, I need to look at splitting this range, and I use my fib tool, and this is our 6 o'clock line. So I want to see how price has reacted to this range overnight. So the fib tool goes from the outside edges of each, and it divides it into 4, as you can see, and then I have an extension to 1.618, as you can see up there. Now what I have found is that when price is trading outside in this zone here, then it's always good to also split that. Let me do it the other way. It is always good to split this zone up as well into 4, because price also reacts there too. Okay, so there we have it, and this is where we now look at what happened at 9 o'clock. So let's just go back to 9, or let's say 9:30, because that's when I tend to start to look at the markets, at 9:30. I'm still on the 5-minute chart, but as you can see here, you can see from last night we've gone back and forth just outside of this top fair value gap. We've established our Asia high, which has been taken, and then we have got so far in that extension zone, but we haven't actually tapped this London high. I mean, not the London high, the 50% mark. So that to me was my first sort of, that's quite suspicious. Why didn't we tap it? Could we be looking to head back up here at 9:30? So anyhow, so come 9:30, let's just drop down to the 1-minute chart. As I say, we would have seen that we didn't take the high, we've taken the low. and often we expect to see maybe a reversal after the low, but we've also got the Asia low here, so we need to take a note of that time-based liquidity. So now when I drop down to my 1 minute, you can now start to see what's happened as we approach 8:30. We've had a massive drop off from that line. I can also see that we have a very close proximity to the 0.7% from this DSET, which is the settlement price. And so I'm thinking, yeah, we've built up liquidity to head up here. But the question is, when does it get there? So let's have this play out and see, and we can see what happens and what actually happened yesterday. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I got twisted up here and back and forth. I thought, are we going now? And then I said to myself, no, we need to be. I wanted to wait until we got to the bottom here, but I was a little bit impatient. But this is where we tag in at that 0.35 line percent, and price then continues on up higher. But I just wanted to show kind of really what happened, and this is something that I keep battling in, and that's the patience. Because as we saw from here, right, price, we've had a big green candle initially. Let's just wait, it might give us a better entry. Is my entry here? I wasn't sure, but the point is there wasn't a clear signal that we are going up. And so let me just drop that, slow it down a little bit. But I wanted to get in here because I said to myself, this would be a much better place to get in than up here. But as I say to you, FOMO, all the rest of it, I got kind of twisted up in this price action in the middle. We can see price resisting this first fair value gap. And then it does eventually get down to our point of interest, which, as you can see, is this two inverted fair value gaps. Now, we also saw 10 o'clock open low, which is what I was looking for, and then this would have been your optimum entry to kind of buy there. Oops. And don't ask me what this is doing, but that buy there and ride it all the way up to our tick profit, which could have been the London high, the 0.5 or the 7.1, 0.7, sorry. As you see, price does make it all the way up there from between 10.15 all the way up to by 11 o'clock. And that was basically it.